Hello and welcome everyone. I'm going to have a play with some pastels today. Now, I hooked out some pastels that I already had. So I already had this tin of Derwent pastel pencils. They're the portrait ones. Um, so there we go. They look like that. And I also had, I think there's one missing in here. I'm not sure why. We will get them out. This little set of muted colours Rembrandt pastels. So we'll pop them there. And then this, I'm not sure if these are pastels or not, but this little set, there is a Conte à Paris. This was a limited edition. What does it say on the back? I think they're pastels. Anyway, we'll add them into the mix. And then, whilst I quickly turn my phone onto silent again, naughty me, these arrived yesterday. Some more Conte à Paris pastel crayons, and these are the landscape set. So let's just take those out of their packaging so that we'll be able to use those. So that is my limited supply of pastels. And I have to say that other than the fact that there's one missing there, which is the white, I'm guessing, I obviously pulled that out to use that for something ages ago, and it's never gone back in, and I don't know where that is now. There we go. Let's get those out. Does it give me the colours? No, I'm just going to have to look at them on the pencils. So, I don't, does this give the colours? It just gives numbers. Okay. These have just got numbers as well. I'm not sure. If any of you use pastels, perhaps that's all you get on the pastels. They don't give them a name. So we've got those. The paper that I'm going to use is this Winsor & Newton pastel paper. And I did have a go. Actually, I should probably say it's 160 GSM A4. I did have a go doing this pheasant. Let's start the day right. And you will see in the top left hand corner, that's one that I painted. So I'm using that as my reference picture. But I used this dark coloured paper, and I don't think it's come out that well. So anyways, let's do attempt number 2, shall we call it. Have these got names? These have got names. Oh, okay. So these ones do have names. I've got this little stump in case I want to do some blending, and a tissue at the ready as well. And then I thought that I would do a couple of pheasants because I want to see how to fix them, because it's very powdery. And so I've got a Daler-Rowney Perfect's Colourless Fixative for pastels. It says lay the drawing flat, hold the can about 300 millimeters, what's that, 30 centimeters away spray back and forth across the drawing, ensuring an even coverage. Okay, so once I've finished, we'll have a go with that, which I'll put to one side for the minute. And then, I don't know where I heard it, but I'm going to give it a go. Apparently gum arabic you can use as well to kind of seal everything in. So, two options. Let me lose my face now. There we go. And if how should we do this? Let's move that there. Put those pencils just there. Let's open this tin back up again, just in case we want that one. Like so. Okay. Let us begin, she says, not really knowing where to begin. So I think I want quite a dark, that's black. I don't want black. Actually, maybe this dark brown, this Conte Paris number 32, to start with the head, basically. Oh, bearing in mind I need to get two of these in. So let's start down here for this one, and we will just get that head in. I have a tendency to do heads too small, so but we will keep going. And then maybe I'll use a different colour to do the next bit. Burnt carmine. Okay, that might work quite well. Although, no, I need something that's a bit more... Oh, yellow ochre. Let's get this kind of neck bit in. Like so. And then that's going to come across. And then we've got the tail feather. It's that song, Shake a Tail Feather, which kind of then comes down. And then we go to this one to get the kind of rounded bit in. And we want to get that bit in for one of the legs. And the other leg. And then that bit comes round. Feet. What colour are we going to do the feet? I've got a lighter colour here. What is this? Terracotta. Perhaps we won't do the feet completely. We'll just have them coming down and put some grass around. Okay. Not looking too bad. So let's get a space for the eye, like so. And then we will colour that in. Don't know whether you're supposed to use these on the side or how you're supposed to use them. I'm completely ignorant when it comes to pastels, but we will see. And we want to blend in a bit of that colour. And we've got more of that going across the back here. Let's just try and block in our colour, maybe. And our feathers. We've got a very red bit down here, leading up to this leg. And this is quite red. There. So is that. And then maybe this one again. So we've kind of got some of our colours in there. I mean, are you supposed to press harder? Are you supposed to put more layers on? What's this colour like? Oh, that's rather nice. That's a bit more creamy than the pencils. I'm going to go over that a little bit, I think. And then we've got that darker brown. Perhaps I can then blend a little bit, she says, not knowing what I'm doing. And I probably should have looked up a tutorial, but I didn't. So I'm just going to have a go at kind of blending this in a bit. Okay. Lots of dust. I'll just blow that away a minute. Right. Now let's use the black and see if we can get some of this kind of definition in. On the tail there. And then we need some of these spots going on. And they get a bit fainter there. And maybe we've got just a little bit of dark going on here. I might just want to blend that bit. I don't want to blend those marks because I want those to stand out. Okay, we need this little bit coming out, whatever that is. And I need to go around the eye, like so. Did I get my big head in the shot? Maybe not. Okay, well look, let's bring that up. I mean, it's nowhere near as vibrant as the watercolour, is it? But let's do another one and we will see what happens when we spray them, maybe. So let's do the other one over here. So we'll get the head in. And leave the eye. And then we're gonna come down. Oh, I've forgotten its white bit. Ooh. Okay. So let's get this. Is that going to go over the top? I should maybe have left that, shouldn't I? Let's maybe leave that this time, like that. Okay, coming down. Then we've got this rounded body bit. And then we've got that little bit for the leg to come out. And then that bit goes up. And we're going into those tail feathers. Like so. And then we want that bit to come down. We need some feet. So I'll put some feet on that one. Okay, let's get some of this yellow ochre in. Gosh, that's run down. I need to sharpen. Let's grab a sharpener. Bear with while I just sharpen. Okay, that sharpened quite well. Okay, so let's keep getting some of this yellow ochre, I think it's called. Yeah, yellow ochre in. And then I need one that's, where's that? Terracotta. We'll get you in. Okay. And we need a bit more. We need maybe, let's get some of that dark going on here. What else do we need? Maybe I need to kind of draw that. But I think the second one's coming out a little bit better than the first. As they say, practice, practice. And then we need to get some of these markings in. And I need a bit darker again down here. So I'll add a bit more of the darker brown in. And that then blends those out a little bit, doesn't it? Yeah. We need this bit on the head coming out. Anyone know what that's called? I don't. And a bit more of a black eye. So, are you supposed to blend these? I think you probably are, because otherwise there's just kind of marks. Oh, I've got my head in the way again. No. There we go. Don't do it, Michelle. Lean back. I'm so used to getting quite close to my paper. I think that's what it is. Well, the second one I think came out slightly better than the first one, but we do have a couple of pheasants here. And so now what do I want to do? If I cover one up, we will 30 centimeters. That's a ruler, a 12-inch ruler. Okay, that high. Oh gosh, that smells. Okay. Let me just make sure my room's a bit more ventilated. There we go. Okay, so that is the Perfect's Colourless Fixative by Darla Rowney. While that's drying, let's get... I'm going to have to use a paintbrush. So, what paintbrush shall we use? Let's use a fairly old one, a Van Gogh size 8. And now let's try with this gum Arabic and see what happens when we go over the top with the gum Arabic. Oh gosh, that's smudging. I'll get a tissue to that in a minute. But there we have the gum Arabic. Where is my water? Let's just get that paintbrush in some water for the minute. Let's just use this tissue because it did kind of smudge a bit on the edges. Or maybe I used too much gum Arabic. But it's fine because you can actually just wipe it away. Maybe I can even use a clean brush to just clean it up. Oh, you can. Ah, there's the thing. Okay. So let's just tidied that up. Okay, I'm going to let that dry, and then I will come back and we will try doing some grasses and various other things. Right, where is my mouse gone now? Okay, back in a tick. Okay, so coming back, let me bring these up. So the Perfect's spray, colourless fixative spray, that one has dried. Nothing's coming off on my fingers. Can you see the shine on the one with the gum Arabic? So it's gonna give you more of a shiny finish, but nothing. Both of those actually work. So I guess it's about the kind of finish that you want. Let's have a bit more of a play with some of these colours. Let's use some greens, and that's like a grey. So I'm just going to get some grasses going on around these pheasants. Now, bearing in mind that I did spray the fixative spray all around this this pheasant, maybe we can get a whole kind of background going on here. I'm not sure. We will see. I'm just using this one on its side. And then maybe we can add an idea of more grasses going on in the background there. Okay, so we've kind of managed to get a bit of a background in there, haven't we? Maybe just in this corner we can get some okay, so if I bring that up, I've just kind of put some, I don't know, pinky hints of pink flowers basically. Now should I smudge any of that, do we think? Or should we just leave it? I'm not sure. I'm not happy with that. Let's try this white. Oh, that's made that better. So I added a bit of this is the white Conti set. This one. This little limited edition one. I've added a little bit of white there. In fact, let's make that a bit whiter. Okay. Right, big difference here, because where I used the Perfix spray, I could still go over the top. Once you've used the gum Arabic, you cannot go over the top. So you can really only use that when you're completely finished by the looks of it. I suppose you could use the two, you know, use your Perfect's colourless fixative and then get your gum arabic if you want some bits to be shiny and stand out. I guess there's that option, isn't there? Okay, so other than this, where I was just, yes, trying things out, I guess this is my first attempt at kind of getting a any kind of background in. Those of you, it's messy and you do have to keep blowing the bits away. But perhaps some of you that use pastels will advise me in the comments below. But I do think that they were quite good fun. I quite like the fact that you can do some smudging and then leave some as like actual strokes of textured markings, I suppose. Does that make sense? I'm hoping it does. Yes, quite interesting to use. And it does seem, it looks like you can, so I've used a really dark green, but I can actually get the pink to go over the top of the dark green. So maybe you don't have to work sort of from the light to the dark colours so much with this medium. Perhaps you can put your lighter colours on top of your dark colours, like you can with acrylics, for example. So, yes, I think there are other alternatives like pan pastels. But all in all, I would have to say quite good fun. Messy, but quite good fun. I'm just not sure if I'm blending and layering like I should do, or whether it's better to have pastel matte rather than pastel paper. We shall see. Maybe I will get some pastel matte and see how that goes. But for now, I'm going to go off and clean my fingers up. Yes, for those of you that have never had a go with pastels like me, I hope that that was a little bit helpful. For those of you that know what you're doing, you're probably laughing your heads off at me, which is also fine. I don't mind. Anyway, looking forward to seeing some comments below and your thoughts on pastels and how to fix them and what paper or pastel mat or what substrate you use. So I will leave it there for now. Thank you so much for watching me as usual. And yes, for those of you that don't know, I have started a Patreon. The link will be in the descriptions below. You can watch a video and you can listen to a podcast for free. But all of the other perks, I suppose you'd call it, you need to sign up for, and there is just one tier to sign up for, and I give all the information in the podcast and the video. So take care, everyone. Remember to stay calm and stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye for now, everybody.